Hello, and thank you for stopping by the Ether369. Today we're going to be taking a look at the energies that we're going to be facing with the first 6 months of this year. Since I didn't get to post the videos for January, I figured I'd just give you the next 6 months what they look like first with the energies and how they sit right now. So today we're doing for Aries for January till June 2024. And we'll see what the energies say about that. Okay, here we go. What do we need to know for Aries for the year of 2024? First 6 months, Sun, Moon, Rising of Venus. What do you want to tell me? Okay, let's see. So far we have 8 of Wands, Temperance, and the Hierophant. Okay, so this means that some information is going to be coming to you fast. And that's going to be either in early January or you're already hearing about it now, mid-January. So it's calling for keeping balance and going inwards to the information that you're receiving. So it could be a lot going on, and maybe the information, although it's good, is trying to ask you to be discerning about it and just really move carefully, even though you normally like to hit it head on, which is nothing wrong with that. It's just trying to use balance with how you move forward and use your inner guidance to move forward with it. Because by using your inner guidance instead of other people's opinions, you're finding your happiness by listening to your gut, the intuition that's being guided by the divine. Because here you have the divine that's guiding you for ascension. And if you see, there's like a geometric symbol right here. So it's trying to guide you towards some form of happiness that is something that you've been waiting for. So let's see what's next. Okay, so there would be celebrations amongst friends or family members, close members, people that you would be associated with. Which is guiding you towards being able to feel emotionally fulfilled and a sort of strength from this kind of happiness, this newfound happiness, and this whatever this is that you're taking over or undergoing. It's bringing you that, and it's almost like a form of justice. It's bringing things back into perspective of where it needed to be. I'm not taking that. I'm me fumbling over my own hands. Anyway. So it's like a form of justice being served, and then bringing, which is beautiful, because even if you don't currently have if you have like that self-doubt. So Queen of Cups, it means that you're finally finding yourself emotionally stable, or you're going to encounter somebody who's emotionally stable that's going to bring everything back into perspective for you. And it's almost like a learning stage for you on the new way of making money. You're kind of like a little bit of a student, and it's going to take a little bit of a process. It's going to take a little bit of time, but it's working its way. It's something that's really coming to you, where it could be a very fruitful endeavor the more you involve yourself and dive into it. So let's see. Yeah, you're focusing on your pentacles this year, and the reason there might have been some sorrow, some heartbreak that had happened that kind of catapulted you to this point, and brought forth this kind of a self-learning journey. Like you're trying to dive deep in and kind of go to yourself and really kind of understand where you need to go from here. It's almost like after this sorrow, you know, you're working on your own things, but then you still have this sorrow. You're still going through this, whether it be that you had to let go of a family member, loved one, through passing, or the relationship just shifted and everything took a turn and you had to separate ways, whether it's a partner or a family member. There's been some type of separation or some type of sorrow that's happened, that has caused you have to go into within to try and kind of seek your inner strength and see where you need to go from this point. There's guidance from a person of authority. So there, it could be a boss, it could be somebody who you look up to, that's a male figure. That could be a father figure of some sort, or the head of the house of some sort. Somebody who's going to pretty much put things into perspective for you, that kind of puts kind of like sparks something within you that makes you want to go forward. And what it does is ends up creating a tower moment. Now, this doesn't mean it's earth shattering, everything's gonna fall apart. It's just whatever it is that is transforming is shaking away to make light for another thing. It's almost like you got ignited in a way to move forward into something else, and you're ready to kind of like maneuver yourself into another kind of phase of your life. And it's almost like you already know what you need to do, and you're starting to make those changes happening. And you have a choice to make, and that choice is up to you, whether it's a choice between two lovers, or if it's a choice between, do I stay, do I go, do I deal with this situation, or do I evolve from it. It could be for work, if I want to stay in this job, or if I want to stay in this relationship, or do I want to deal with this family member or not, or this friendship or not. So the lovers is choice at that point. It's really having to do with making a choice. You were really wounded there, so you're having to find that inner strength within yourself. So by June, you're looking at a choice that you're going to have to make. This is what it's saying. So the way I kind of put it, each line is a month. So we went through the 6 months. So this is kind of pretty much what the energy is saying. Whether it resonates with you or not, I don't know. But this is what I'm picking up for Aries right now. I can go into detail, and we can just go ahead and see and dive in a little bit more and see what the details are saying, and kind of see if we could figure out if we can get a little bit more answers. So what I'm going to do is turn to these are Rider-Waite tarot cards. So we're just going to use them as clarifiers for the Eight of Wands. Let's clarify the Eight of Wands of everything going on in January. Clarifiers for the Eight of Wands. So for the clarifier of Eight of Wands, you're working on your own money, your own happiness right now. You got the Nine of Cups here. So really, it's a good position that you're currently in. You're feeling good. You're trying to work on your happiness and trying to move yourself forward and be emotionally fulfilled as an individual. So let's see what the clarifier is for Temperance. Temperance, we have Six of Wands, which is really good because you have the Six of Wands, which is celebrations that are public. People know about it. They're celebrating you. They're congratulating you on a job well done. So you're kind of having to take it in stride. Don't let it get to your head, because you know right now you're on the up, which is great. It's very, very wonderful, fulfilling, and really exciting times right now. But remember, everything that you have going on right now, we have to use it as a learning, like a base, like a foundation that you're building right now off of, and that you're about to grow from. So because of that, you're going to find guidance through the Hierophant right now, and you're getting downloads from the divine right now. So you're really inspired. I would suggest you write those moments of brilliance down, so that way you can remember and look back on it when you're having to introspect in this hermit mode that you end up in. So let's see. Hierophant, you get the Page of Wands. Yes, so you're right now, you're after this wonderful celebration of your success, there's a moment where you're having to learn, okay, how am I going to make this move? How am I going to get to the next step? What do I have to do from here? How are we going to get to this next point? So it's really like the strategy at this point that you're starting to look at. And with that strategy, you're using your guidance, and that's what leads you to the sun. So let me get a clarifier for the sun a little bit. Let's get a clarifier for Aries for 2024. Oh, we got 2 cards. Okay, so you got 2 of Pentacles, so keeping the balance as you rush forward towards your success. Okay, so that's beautiful. Keeping the balance, you know, checks and balances as you're rushing forward to success. So it's really good. You're keeping things like steady, and you're trying to keep things in moderation and be very wary of what you're doing. Then you have your celebrations with those closest to you. Celebrations. So 3 of Cups. Can we get a clarifier? Okay. So 3 of Cups is 5 of Cups. So feeling shut out of the cold. So it could be that you're moving forward with this clarifier saying here that there's a possibility that we're looking at things that are lost instead of paying attention to what you do have right now. You're not paying attention to these 2 cups back here that are saying you still have something just because you're losing something. So the 3 of Cups could also mean that there is a third-party situation and you're feeling like you shut out, and with all the success you're finding that there's a third-party situation, and that's where you start turning into yourself. However, even if, let's say that there's things going on with people in a familial way, that they're like pushing you out and you feel like you're being cast out, at the same time you have to remember, although that may happen, we still have the strength to go ahead and still move forward in our lives and create the kind of life we're looking for. So regardless of what people think, because in the outcome it's really the mark we want to make on the world. So we have the King of Wands that's next after this 3 of Cups. So let's clarify the King of Wands. So it could be this is the person that caused this pain with 7 of Swords. Looking at, it could be a Leo, Sagittarius. It's a fire sign. Or Aries. Sorry, Aries. So this could have been somebody who was trying to sneak back around, and you kind of like, you caught the sneaking. You've already caught them up. So this Justice card comes in. Okay, so let's get a clarifier on Justice. And Justice is kind of like looking at your 10 of Cups, like you deserve to be happy. You deserve the happiness, and is bringing in this happiness for you, like in another way, by kind of like helping you find emotional happiness. Because then here comes the Queen of Cups. Let's get a clarifier for the Queen of Cups. The King of Cups could have been somebody who was just really trying to implant themselves in your life, and you kind of realized that they were just playing games. You have a Queen of Wands here, and it could also be like a spouse situation or a family member, or somebody who's like the head of the household kind of situation. But you're finding your emotional stability, and you're finding that you are strong enough and you can move forward. It could be a third-party situation, it looks like, but it's almost like your own guides are giving you this other opportunity so you can focus on that and learn how to make your own money and grow your money right here. Because after all this is happening in the personal realm, it's almost like it's elevating you in the financial realm, so that way you can elevate to gravitate to what's really yours. What's really what you're evolving to, let's put it that way. Not that necessarily that wasn't yours. We have phases in our lives when we grow and we elevate, and then that vibration needs to have a match, and that's where we're elevating to. So let's see what the Page of Pentacles has to say. Let's get a clarify for the Page of Pentacles. For Aries 2024. Okay. for Aries, for the Page of Pentacles, you get the Strength and Page of Pentacles. So this is definitely a time of learning for you, for this clarifying, and you have it twice, the Page of Pentacles on clarifying the Page of Pentacles. They're like, no, I said what I said. So what that's saying is you are in a learning phase, and that it's going to take some strength of character for you to kind of like hold it down together and get moving, because you are going to get your financial success all by yourself. It's going to be yours, because at the end of the day, this is your reading. So regardless of what other people are doing, you're focusing. You need to start focusing on your money so you can create that stability for yourself. So let's clarify this 9 of Pentacles. It still wants to give me 2. Okay. So you're already past this point. What it's saying is you've been hurt. Okay, they did the worst that they possibly could, and right now what's happening is you can't go any lower than this, and it's done. What the harm that could have been done has just been done already. So from there, be expecting to have your own celebrations at this point, because you, with your own personal pentacles, your 9 of Pentacles that you're creating here, that old you is gone, and it's time for you. This is gone. This third-party situation is gone and over with, right? So now it's time for you to celebrate a new chapter of your life, because you're getting your justice. You're getting your happiness, because you're bringing a new type of life to yourself, regardless of this sorrow that has come in and crept into your world. What you're doing is shedding all that no longer fits you, and you're creating a new foundation because of this sorrow. And it's a foundation that's going to be long lasting, because it's being divinely guided for you, because the life that you had up to that point is no longer suitable. So let's clarify this Hermit card. Okay. With this Hermit card, with the introspection, here comes good news, the Wheel of Fortune, having to do on your side with the 3 of Swords again. Okay, so that means that, I mean, regarding that, good news will be coming from that side. So what it's saying is pretty much at the end of the day, you have justice on your side. Good news is going to be coming because of this third-party situation, or whatever the situation was that caused you such sorrow. And you're going to find that somebody's going to come into your life that's going to create a positive effect on you, and you're going to have good things, like good luck on you. If you're going through a divorce, good things are going to be in your favor, and you're onto a new way of thinking, you know, a new life for you. And with this Emperor, you get the Hierophant. It's like, wow. So you're getting kind of like the same cards here. So the Hierophant, which is like, use your guidance regarding this Emperor person that's coming in, and know that you can trust in them, because they're guiding you towards your Ace of Wands. Now the Ace of Wands is an inspiration to take action and move forward. So there's an inspiration that this person is trying to give you, whether it's a friend or a lawyer or somebody that you really like have faith in. And this is around May that this person's going to come to you, and they're going to kind of like invoke action from you to try and move forward, to kind of shake things up and move things along in the new stage of your life. So let's clarify this Ace of Wands real quick. Clarify Ace of Wands. So 4 of Swords for the Ace of Wands. So what it's saying is, take some time for yourself. Even though you're going to take action, reflect on the action that you want to take. Think about it real quick. Not real quick, but think about it. Reflect on it, and kind of see what calls to you, what your intuition is saying to you, what you're wanting. Write it down, think about it, and kind of like organize it in like a way like you put it into perspective in kind of levels of this, strategize. So you start with this, and then the next step, and then the next step. And I think you're going to get to a point where, as you move along with each step, you'll get that much more further, and it just takes a step at a time. So let's clarify this Tower. Okay. Death. So it's ending, yeah, just like I said earlier. So this Tower moment is shifting everything, is taking off. What you're doing is shaking off everything that no longer serves you, that is no longer part of your life, that you're kind of shifting away from. And it's kind of giving you a rebirth of a sorts. So this is the card that came in to clarify your Tower moment. And that was the end of May. So in June, we're looking at the Magician. So let's clarify the Magician. Okay, so with the Magician, it's really, you got the Moon. So what's really happening here is it's really up to you and how you want to manifest this month in the beginning of June. Because you already have everything, like you're doing all of the work that you need to do. You're trying to make, you know, the right decisions. You're trying to move forward with whatever project that you're working on. And it's really up to you and how you move forward through all this emotional distraction. I see, that's how I see it. It's like when you start leveling up in one way, in one area of your life, and the other area of your life isn't aligned with what you're trying to achieve, it tends to have a little bit of a shakeup, so that way all areas of your life can eventually be at the same level that you're wanting to be at. So if you look at it that way, you have to kind of maneuver through this part, which is kind of difficult, especially when it has to do with emotions and relationships. But it's really essentially up to you. When you have the Moon, is saying it depends on how much you're able to do at this point, how you've gone through all this. So you're able to maneuver anything you want and create whatever you need it to be. However, there is a decision that you're going to make having to do with the Lovers. So let's see what the Lovers has to say with the clarifier. Let's clarify the Lovers for Aries 2024. Clarify the Lovers for Aries. Okay, so with the Lovers, there's a decision that you'll have to make, but you are in a position of abundance. And you just have to make your checks and balances. Make sure that you're not overspending. Make sure that you're keeping everything in balance, not only monetarily, but also with the relationships that you have. If you don't get obsessed with one particular person, make sure that you're keeping balance with all your relationships. So that way you're still nurturing yourself and you're nurturing others who support you. But it seems like it's going to be a good decision that you're going to make in mid-June. So from there we have Two of Wands. So let's clarify that one. So when you get a Two of Wands, it's really like that there's a choice that needs to be made. You're in the crossroads. So I'm kind of curious to see. See, I was trying to stop from 2 cards, but it's okay. So you got the Ace of Swords and the Tower. So really with the Two of Wands, you have a choice. Whatever choice you decide to make, it's going to bring you something that a truth is going to lead itself to the ending of a way of something, a belief, the way of life that was. But it's almost like the first half of your year, Aries, you're sitting here and you're making moves and you're breaking down the way old things were and you're creating a new life for yourself. Everything that you had prior to this is just no longer serving you, and your career is taking off. If you keep on following through with that, that's wonderful. That's definitely something that's gonna bring fruition for you. I want to go ahead and see if I can do the energies and how they're moving forward. So let's see, energy of guidance for the first 6 months. What should Aries pay attention to as they move forward for the first 6 months of the year for 2024? The energies they should focus on. Okay. So this is the 9 of Fire. Let's see what this is a whole new deck, and I want to make sure I get it right. Okay. Okay. So what it's really saying simplify your life, remove obstructions and restrictions that are going on in your life, and you give your best every time. And once you have finished, you just move on. You just have to try and make things simplified in your life. I think that there's probably just too much going on at this time. And it's time, in order for you to get to the level that you want to do, you're having to simplify, and there's nothing wrong with that. So you're just clearing out the space so that way you can make room for what's new to come. I hope this resonated with you, Aries. If you like it, please like, share, subscribe. If it didn't resonate with you, all the best. I really appreciate you stopping by, and I hope you have a wonderful rest of your month. Take care.